prep here, 27 hours till kickoff or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel like where you're at this point?
Yeah, well, Thursday practice right now, and they'll flip into a Friday night. We've done this schedule before, not this short of a week. I think the guys have handled it really well. And certainly that prep time that you miss, you got to make it up. And I thought the coaches have done a really good job of putting in the extra time they need to prepare. I don't think we're too far out of our process that way. We just miss a little bit of practice towards the end of the week, but you got to flip the script. You got to get ready to play, and I think our guys have really handled. The players have handled it really well.
So, do you do any kind of walkthrough tomorrow morning then, or anything?
We do, yeah. So what we normally do tonight, we'll do tomorrow. And since we play so late, we have time in the morning. I don't think that really affects anything. It's really not that bad. You actually do some football in the morning. You're not obviously running or doing anything like that, but you're still doing some ball. You're getting focused. You're having some meetings. Really, it's almost a prep of a Friday, and then once that's done, it's transitioning into a little relaxed time and get ready to go play.
You look at BYU, and we talked a lot about Jamal Williams, and obviously, he didn't play against you guys last year. How different does that offense look when he's in there?
Well, Taysom didn't play,
right.
Jamal didn't play. Those two guys are very good players. Both can be explosive when they carry the football and run it. Taysom's a guy that I think is very impressive as a quarterback, just overall. I think they've done a very good job with him. But Jamal, he's a stud. He's one of the better players in the country at that position. To me, that's an awesome challenge for the defense, and we have to embrace that. You get to play against great players. You want to play against teams like that and players like that to see where we're at. And certainly, we're going to get a chance to see it. I feel like we got some pretty good dudes back there as well on D-line and linebacker and safety, so it'll be a great battle from that standpoint.
With just the defense, kind of handling, their attack, and like you said, you got a guy who can tote the ball really well at quarterback, and you got one at running back. What's the biggest challenge that they're going to face that's going to be different than most weeks?
Discipline. Really, I think discipline is each and every week for the defensive side, but at the same time, they're gonna throw punches out there, and we've got to be able to absorb them at times. We've got to be able to throw them back, and to me, I think just understanding the battle, and when we get our opportunities to make a play on anybody on the offensive side or a chance to possibly get the ball out and create a turnover, we need to do that. At the same time, understand that we've got to just keep playing each and every play because they're going to make plays. They're good, and both those guys are solid players, and certainly would expect the quarterback to make a few scrambles in there, but still we get a chance to maybe get in some of those third down or situational football, find a way to win it.
I know that, kind of generally speaking here, I know that when Ced's on the field that it gives you another playmaker, but how else does he kind of make maybe just the offense better and how guys fit in certain places and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, he's certainly a big addition to us offensively, and when he's not out there, he's missed. Guys step up, but he allows us to move other guys around in position. And, Ced, I think just being out there too, not just him as a player, I just think his demeanor, I think he's calm when he plays. I think he's very focused, and I think he brings confidence to the table when he's out there, and not just when he's making plays. But he does a good job in the run game. He does a good job on screens when he's having to block as well. So he's important. He's been very valuable to what we're doing. And certainly, it's great. It's great to have him back and to have him out here playing the game.
I know we talked to you a little bit about Jeremy on earlier this week, whatever it was, Monday. But how much of just a kind of a challenge is this for him in terms of 44 carries a few days ago, and now it's time to prove that you can go out there and be just as effective just a few days later.
Yeah, well, that remains to be seen. I think this probably for the players. These guys love playing football. They want to turn around and go play again. And so, to me, it's all about the plan and the prep. As long as that's right, they're going to strap on the pads. They want to go play. This is why you play the game, to be out there on game day. And I think our prep's been pretty good, and I think our plan has been pretty good. So I think for him, he's excited, I think like everybody else, to go out there, and he's going to do whatever he has to do or whatever he's asked of himself through his prep this week to go out there and play well.
Lee said that he had one of his best practices all season yesterday. He said it might have been his best practice all season.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think most of the guys had a pretty good practice. They're excited. They're excited to go play. I think it's Thursday night football, and everybody gets to watch Thursday night football. And so I just think for any team that plays, when you're really the team that night, everybody's watching. as a player, you get excited about that, and guys that make plays, he's certainly one of them, gets really excited about that opportunity.
With playing on Thursday, do you or any of the coaches head out of town this Friday, Saturday? Do you get to take advantage of the extra couple days?
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, we're all heading out on Friday morning, and so we'll take advantage of that recruiting-wise. Coaches are going to get a chance to get out, which is huge for us, and so that's why I talk about these coaches. They work extremely hard. They're going to they've game planned all week. They've turned around in a short week. They're getting these guys prepared to play. And after the game, they're going to flip the switch and they're going to go out and recruit. And they're going to come back and we're going to prepare for the next opponent. So that's just part of the season. And when you're trying to take advantage of every moment you can, certainly we'll have a little bit of time on Saturday for some family, which I think is extremely important for these guys so they can freshen up a little bit. And then Sunday we are back to work and ready to roll.
So you got most guys coming right back on Saturday?
Yeah, guys should be back Saturday. Some have to travel, which I'd love them to all be back for a full day, but they're going to get a chance to get back, and they're going to have time with their families. They got iPads and all that. They'll pop on a game. They'll prepare. That's the one thing about technology. You don't always have to be together. And then we'll come in on Sunday and we'll start preparing again.
On Saturday, after CSU's first onside recovery, they drove down the field a little bit. Last couple of plays, I'm hearing some people say maybe you had 10 guys in the field on defense. Did you notice that?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, that did happen. And we had them on there for a couple plays, actually. And one of the things, we talked about, just like at quarterback, Brett did a great job. For example, the clock was winding down. We're kind of waiting to see if he's going to get it off, and he just knows I'm not called timeout. And that's one of the things that he knows, as long as we have a timeout, he's got the ability to do that. Well, on the defensive side, we talked about it, and Ben recognized it, but we didn't have that timeout. So that's something you talk about. You go, okay, if that happens, we substituted a few guys on and off, and we obviously ended up with not enough on there. And in that situation right there, hey, those players are smart control there. That means, hey, we're going to have to burn a timeout so we don't hurt ourselves by not having as many, then that's fine. And we've talked about that as well. It happens. Don't want it to, but certainly something that we're going to correct.
Is that on a player for knowing when somebody comes off who he's
No,
going in for, or is that on
substitutions are on coaches?
Okay.
Yeah, that's we're substituting the sideline, and we'll never put that on the player. And those guys, they substitute all week long. We pulled on one and one off, so that goes back. That's coaches. That's what we have to control. And obviously, in those situations, we're disappointed that we didn't control that better. But those players, they're just out there trying to get the call, trying to get lined up, and we have to control that.
Very good. Thanks, Harsin.
Yeah,